You've got all these things in front of you, all these awesome things all around you, and you are not living up to your full potential to obtain all of these things. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today, YouTube. I want to talk to you guys about how to see the world as your playground, how to mold the world the way that you want it to be. I want you guys to feel the power. So let's get this rolling. How long will you watch before you move? You're just sitting there as an observer in your own world. You're just sitting there watching all these busy parts go by, watching all these big businesses do their thing. You're sitting there dreaming about owning your own big business, and you're not taking the steps that you need to take to own your own business. You're sitting there watching, you're observing, but you're not taking notes. You're just mindlessly watching. You need to start taking notes, because the moment you start taking notes, the moment you start actually paying attention to everything that's going on around you, all the moving pieces that are moving on around you, that is the moment where you will start to have the power to move your business in the direction that you want it to go, and ultimately in the direction that it needs to go in, because pen and paper are the most powerful tool that you can possibly have. Taking these notes is powerful. Watching, observing, and not doing, that's meaningless. If you're watching YouTube videos like this and you're not taking action, that's meaningless. You're getting nothing out of it. You need to start taking action. If a video says to take notes on certain things, if a video says, I want you to follow along with this, follow along with that. If you're listening to a public speaker who gives you a brochure that you can take notes on, take the notes on the brochure and visit it afterwards to relive those feelings. That way you're not just watching, you are moving along the way too. And you're not just sitting there saying, oh, I wish I was like him. You are saying, this is what he's teaching so I can become like him. So this is what I'm going to do to become like him. Before you move though, before anything happens, what you need to realize is all things are temporary. If you set your goal to be things, you need to understand that things will disappear, things will vanish. If your goal is to be wealthy and you don't have anything that you want to do with that wealth, not only is that wealth going to vanish, but your goal to have money is going to vanish along the way too. If your goal is to have $1 million, but you don't have any sort of thing that you're setting along the way for the reason why you should have $1 million, like say you want to buy a Porsche or a Lamborghini or whatever it is, if you don't have those things set, when you hit 100 grand, you're gonna sit there like, wait a minute, why do I need $1 million? I can live off of this 100 grand just fine. And you're gonna lose that goal, because what you don't realize is that all things are temporary and goals are temporary too. If you set your goal to be that Lamborghini, that Porsche, then once you get it, you're not gonna be happy. If you start setting your goal to make a difference in the world, maybe your goal is to make X amount of money so you can donate 1/10 of it to a charity, or 1/10 of it to a church, or 1/10 of it to an education fund, or whatever it is, then you'll start to notice that, wow, the money I'm making is actually going into things that are making a difference. That should be more like what your goal is. Yes, you should have things that help motivate you along the way too, but you need to have things that keep you in line with being a good person, because being a good person is what's going to make you be the most fulfilled out of anything else. But to get there, to get where you need to go, you have to take the road unseen. You have to take the route that nobody else is taking, that nobody else is looking for. You have to think outside of the box. You have to move from an ocean full of sharks to a blue ocean, completely clear and ready for your product to take it, and the world in that ocean is ready to absorb your product, because there's all of this vast blue ocean that you can create and you can mold in. You need to do this by taking the unseen road to get to the unseen goal, the unseen end game. You need to think of different ways that you can be innovative. Think of different ways that maybe you can engineer something, different ways that you can have your sales strategies, different ways that you can have your product be aligned, different demographics that your product can be in that maybe other audiences aren't thinking of. You need to start thinking about these things so that you can start thinking about ways that you can be successful in a different sort of way, a way that is more unique to your unique characteristics. And this goes right into the next point. All the world is a stage. Everybody is ready to hear your story. Everybody has so many stories to tell, but you have to be unique about telling your story. You have to be that person that everybody wants to listen to. You have to be that person that took the different route, that took the route that's aligned with who they are. Once you take that route, people want to listen to you. If you take a certain route to success that nobody else has taken before, don't you think people are going to want to hear that story from you? And the thing about it is everybody is willing to listen as long as your story is told in a way that they want to hear. So if the whole world wants to listen, then the whole world is yours to be had. You can obtain it all if you want to. It doesn't even matter. You can grab it all. But in order to grab it all, you have to have your vision in place. You have to know that things are temporary. You have to know that you have to take the road unseen. You have to know that you have to be a leader. You have to know that people are going to be around you and they're going to doubt you and they're going to be pessimistic and they're not going to believe in what your vision says. And you have to be that optimist that says, this is my vision. I'm proud of my vision. I'm building something out of this vision. You have to be the perpetual optimist to win over the world, because that's what the world wants to hear. They want to feel good. Everybody wants to feel good. You want to feel good too. So why are you denying optimism? If you stick to optimism, then you will be in this constant state of feeling good. And if you're in this constant state of feeling good, then what is there to complain about? And if there's nothing to complain about, then that's perfect. The road ahead of you is light. It is brightened up by all the crazy ideas that you can think of, detailed landscapes that you can picture in your mind, the detailed images of what is going to come about from your vision. All of that is yours to be had if you just take the one step to be optimistic. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like on the video. Please leave a comment below. Subscribe to my channel. Share it with your friends if you liked it, if you think it's motivating, if you think that this channel could be going places in the future. Share it with everybody you know. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.